So in our previous lessons, or at least in the last lesson, we talked about using have to and had to, how to use it to talk about things which are necessary in the present now, or things which are unnecessary. And the same thing with the past, things which were unnecessary in the past, or things which were necessary in the past. So we talked about that. We also learned how to make questions using have to and had to. So this was the topic of our last lesson. We also learned a little bit about Rick's job as an interpreter and Lorna as a paramedic. And we also learned about Bernie's training and how he became a football referee. So all of this was in our last lesson. So in today's lesson, we will talk a little more.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
How are you?
Hi, Hannah. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm fine, thanks. Yeah, okay, so in today's lesson, job hunting. What do you think this means when we say job hunting? Who can guess what it means when we say job hunting? What do you think it means? What do you think, Rashid? Walaikum salam.
How are you, Doctor?
Hi, Samiha, how are you today?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, what do you think, Rashid? You don't know? Hannah,
Yeah.
can you guess? What do you think this means, job hunting? What do you think it means when we say job hunting? Can you guess? Can you make a guess?
No.
No.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Hi. Salma, how are you today?
Fine, and you?
I'm fine, thanks. Samiha, what about you? Can you guess what this means? Job hunting? What do you think? You're not sure? Maybe, where's Neeruz? Neeruz disconnected. Selma, have you heard of this expression, job hunting?
Maybe
Job.
Find a job.
That's it. Yes, it's finding a job, right? Looking for a job.
Looking for a job, yes.
Do you know what hunting means? Does anybody know what hunting means?
Hunting, I think it's have another meaning.
Like?
That's what I know.
What's the meaning you know? In English, can you explain it in English?
Hunting and animals.
Hunting an animal. Exactly, yes.
Yes.
This is the meaning of hunting. It's to catch an animal, to kill it and eat it, right?
Yes.
So it's the same thing with jobs. It means if you're hunting for a job, it means you want to catch, you want to get a job. You're looking for a job, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's and we call it hunting because maybe it's not very easy, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not easy to find a good job. So that's why we use hunting, kind of to show you that there's difficulty and it's important. You need a job. Najat, yes, you said something.
Searching.
Sorry?
Search. Searching for a job.
That's it. It's a search, yeah. You're trying to look for a job. You're searching for a job. This is the idea. All right, so let's see this lesson and see some of the words we're going to learn. Of course, all of them. I think most of unit, what's unit 3? Yeah, most of unit 3 is about work. I don't know if you've noticed from our last lesson, this one about Rick, Lorna, and Bernie, it was about work, right? So the rest of unit 3, it's all about employment and jobs and work and things like that. Now, let's start with some words here in the box. We have a bit of some vocabulary here. So I'm going to read these words, not words, I mean phrases. I think they're phrases. And after that, we'll check if there's anything new. We'll discuss it, okay? So let me read them out for you. So find a job, write a CV, go for an interview, lose your job, look for a job, apply for a job, fill an application form, be unemployed, get unemployment benefit, earn a lot of money, have some experience. Okay. These words, are they, these phrases, do you know the meaning of these phrases, or are some of them new? Which ones are new? Who can tell me for you? Does everybody?
Get employment benefits.
Okay, let's underline this. Get unemployment benefit. Any other words which are new? What about fill an application form? Does everybody know what this means? Fill an application form? Yes? No?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What about apply for a job? What's the meaning of apply for a job? Does everybody know apply for a job? Hannah, do you know apply for a job? Again, Rashid?
موافق على وظيفة.
Yes, في كلمة أحسن من موافق.
تقدم على وظيفة.
تتقدم, yeah. تتقدم, this is the idea. Maybe they will accept you. Maybe they say, okay, after the interview, maybe they say, okay, no problem, after you apply. But maybe they say, no, sorry, we don't like you. They don't say we don't like you. They'll say, we'll contact you. Then they never contact you after that, right? So this is the meaning of apply. It means you go and you try. تتقدم يعني على الوظيفة وبعدين على حسب. Maybe you'll get it, maybe yes, maybe you'll be accepted, but maybe you won't be accepted. But now, who can put these in the correct order? Do you remember the exercise we did about relationships? Do you remember that exercise? Who remembers it?
Yes.
Yeah, do you remember it, Samiha?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to do something similar. It's the same idea. And there's more than one way to put this in order. But first of all, let me talk about unemployment benefit. So unemployment benefit, who can explain this in English? Who knows how to explain this in English? Who can try?
I think people, when they get unemployment, the government give him money.
Correct.
Yes.
That's it. So Selma, so unemployment benefit, it means if you don't have a job, or maybe if you lost a job, especially if you have a family, in some countries like the UK, I think maybe Canada and many European countries, the government will help you. They'll give you some money. Not a lot, but a little bit to help. Do you get the idea, Selma? Unemployment benefit.
Yeah.
So this is money that the government, do you know what government means? Government. Do you know the meaning of government, Selma?
No.
Government, الحكومة نفسها, الحكومة.
Yeah.
So this money is from the government. It's not from a company. It's from a government, okay? From the government. They will help you, give you a little bit of money.
Yeah.
I think in Libya, in Libya we don't have this, but we have insurance. I think in Libya most of public jobs have insurance, I think, right? So if you work for the government, you'll get job insurance. Who can explain job insurance?
What, doctor?
Job insurance. Alaikum salam. Hi, Abdullah. How are you today?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine, thanks. Job insurance. Does anybody know what this means? Alaikum salam. Hello, Suhail. Hi.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm all right, thanks. Okay, so do you know job insurance? Have you heard of job
No,
insurance?
I don't know. I
No?
don't know what the meaning of insurance.
Insurance. Who can explain this in English? Najat, would you like to try? What does it mean, job insurance, when we say that if you work as a doctor in Libya, or if you work as a oil
Yes,
engineer in
government,
Libya, you will get...
after I get retired, give me a money.
Ah, so after you're retired, the government will pay you money, will pay you a salary.
That took me now.
You don't have it anymore, right?
No.
No. Because now you work in a
Yes, in private.
company.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So who can explain this in Arabic?
تأمين.
تأمين وظيفي. This is insurance. This means after you retire. This is another important word. ممكن حجينا في الدروس الجاية. So retire, it means you become old and you can't work. You can work, but the government says you don't have to. So in Libya, what's the retirement age in Libya? What is it? Is it 60 or 65?
Optional.
20? 60?
Yes.
I think it's optional at 60 and mandatory at 65, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
I think 70.
No, 70 is too much. I think 70, most Libyans are dead at 70 anyways. So we don't live very much because of our food. And so 70 is a little too much, I think. I don't think people worked until 70. Anyways, this is retirement. Retire is the verb. Retirement is the noun. هو التقاعد. So you get your insurance money after you retire. Okay? So who can put this list in order? Who can make a story of some of the things that happens to a worker? Who'd like to try first? Samiha, would you like to try to put these in order? By the way, there's more than one way. Do you get the idea? There's more than one possible answer. Okay.
I think apply for a job.
Okay.
Write a CV. Fill in an application.
Okay.
Go for an interview. Earn a lot of money.
Okay.
Have some experience. And be an employee.
Okay. So they fire you after they employed you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, get unemployed benefit. And that's it.
Okay. But do you apply for a job before you write a CV, or do you write a CV before you apply? What do you think?
No. Apply for a job. Do this and this and this, then apply for a job. That's what I mean. Write a CV and find and fill in an application.
But can you apply for a job without a CV?
No, write a CV.
You write it first and then you apply.
Yes.
And after
then
that,
maybe
you
fill in an application first, then apply for a job.
Okay. That makes sense. I think that's a good example.
What's the meaning of a CV?
CV. This means all your information about your education, where you studied. Did you study engineering, law, medicine, science, chemistry? What did you study in university? And which companies did you work for? When were you born? Your name, telephone number, personal information. Do you understand? CV. What do we call this in
Yes.
Arabic? What do you call this, Suhaib, بالعربي?
think استبيان.
زي الاستبيان، لكن هم يسموا فيها سيرة ذاتية.
سيرة ذاتية.
حتى بالعربي كلهم يقولوا سي في خلاص. انت حتى في ليبيا هنا لو مشيت لاي شركه، if you go to any company, for example after you finish your university, so if you go to any company or any public office, public job, public or private, usually they will ask, maybe public, no, I don't know, but for private they will always ask for your CV. They'll tell you, give us your CV. So in your
Another word for CV.
sometimes they say resume, sometimes they say resume. But CV is short for two words. Who knows the two words?
Curriculum.
curriculum vitae or has
Yes, curriculum. It's of course it's a Latin word. Yeah, vitae is vida, life.
vitae, I think
Yeah.
they said.
Yeah,
Latin.
yeah, correct. But I think the pronunciation is vitae. AE, it's like a plural. No, it's not a plural, no. But yeah, curriculum vitae, yes, AE at the end. But you can say CV, you don't have to say the whole thing. And Americans usually say resume. So there's another word, you can say CV, or if it's an American company, maybe you'll see this word, resume. Okay? All right, so what about you, Najat? Can you put these steps, these employment steps, these looking for job steps, and make out a story?
Be unemployed
Okay.
without benefit.
Be unemployed, and then after that?
Without benefit.
Without benefit?
Yes. And then apply for a job. And with the CV.
So you write a CV before you apply or after?
With
With a CV. But can you apply without looking for a job?
Yes. In my case, I talk about my case.
You're talking about your case, okay.
Yeah.
So in your case,
look for a job, yes.
In your case, the job found you. You didn't find the job.
Yes.
Right.
And earn a lot of money. And don't need to have some experience.
Okay. So you don't need to have some experience to get
on the job. Job.
So you got on the job training.
Yes.
That's why. So that's good. If you get on the job training, then you don't need experience before you start.
Yes.
That's a good thing, I think.
That's it.
All right, that's nice. Let's hear it from someone else. Rashid, would you like to tell us how do these steps work? Let's say you're looking for a job. What do you think the steps are?
Find a job.
Okay.
Have some experience. Lose your job.
The new one or the old one? Are you talking about the old one?
The old one.
But do you find a job before losing the old one? Or do you lose it first and then you find? Let's imagine it a little bit, okay? You said find a job, right?
Yes.
And have experience, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this experience, it came from your first job or maybe other older jobs, right? And then you said lose a job, lose your job, right?
Yeah.
So you're talking about the old job that you lost, right?
كيف؟
انت قلت look for a job. بعدها بشوية قلت
find a job.
find a job. تمام، معناها انت لقيت job جديدة. لكن انت قبل اصلا كنت تخدم وتدور في واحدة تانية ولا اصلا ما كنتش تخدم. Were you employed or unemployed?
Unemployed.
Okay, so you were unemployed and then you found a job. Okay, that's good. And after you found a job, you bring your experience. You have some experience to the new job, right?
Write it in the CV.
Okay, good. You write it in the CV, correct? And then?
Use your job.
Lose very quickly, right? Lose your job. Okay.
Apply for a job.
Apply for another job, a new job.
Yeah.
Okay,
With,
so
more salary.
better salary, more money, better salary. Yeah. Great. Okay. And after that, do you
go for an interview?
You go for an interview.
Earn a lot of money.
That's good. So this means it's a good thing that you were fired or that you lost your first job, right? Because now you got a better job. All right, that's nice. So the point of this list is you can do it in any way, really. There's more than one answer, right? Okay, so let's move on. Now I'm going to show you the story of two people. Okay, two very different stories, but I think they're realistic stories. Do you know what the word realistic means? Who can explain this in English, not Arabic, English? When we say something is realistic, it's the opposite, by the way, of something
Fake.
imaginary. Opposite. Like, who's talking?
The reality. It's from the real life.
Real story.
Very good. It happens in real life. It's related to reality. I heard another good explanation. I think maybe Suhaib or Najat. But
a real story.
A real story. All of the answers are good. Yes. Realistic, it means real. You see this in real life. It happens in real life. So this is the meaning of realistic. يعني حقيقية أو واقعية أو تمت للواقع بصلة, something like this. Okay, so these are two realistic stories, I think. I don't know if they're realistic in Libya, but in the UK and in the West, I think they're common and realistic stories for people looking for jobs. So it says here, look at the photos and read the letters. Why is Bonnie unemployed? Why is Harry unemployed? So this means Bonnie is unemployed. She doesn't have a job. Also, Harry is unemployed. He doesn't have a job. So we want to read the two letters. Here they're writing, they have two different letters. So I want you to read the two letters, and then I want you to tell me why they are unemployed, both of them, okay? So take some time, read both letters, and then we'll find out why they're unemployed, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I finished.
Mhm. Everyone else, have you finished?
I'm finished.
Oh, okay.
I have finished.
All right, great. Okay, so according to these two letters, why is Bonnie unemployed? What's the problem? Why is she not working?
Because they want people with experience.
And
Okay.
she don't have
Because
experience.
she wants experience.
Yeah, she
Because he
doesn't.
left.
She doesn't have
have
experience.
because she's never, I think, worked before. So
Yes,
there's no
left school.
any experience.
but how can she get experience if she never gets a job?
Yes.
What do you think, Hannah? How can she get experience if she never gets a job? What can she do?
Because he left school. He left school. He don't get any job.
You think because you mean they didn't finish school. She didn't finish school, do you think?
Yes.
Actually, in English, when you say left school, it means usually you finished. Do you get the idea, Hannah? So she graduated.
Yes, left school.
No, she finished, because the other word, if you stop university or school before you finish, in English we say dropped out. Dropped out, it means ما كملتيش قرايتك. But if you say left school, usually it means كملت يعني تخرجت. So when we say she left school 2 months ago, it means she graduated or she finished 2 months ago, and she's looking for her first job. Okay. Okay. What is Harry's problem? What about him? Why isn't he working? Why is he unemployed?
Because his
He's
company
very
is closed.
he is very old
And he's
because his age.
Because of his age. But is he very old?
No, not very old.
No. 54.
Yeah, I don't think he's too old. He still has almost 11 years or 12 years until retirement, right? Yeah, so he can still work for another 10 years, and then after that he becomes a retiree, so he can retire, right?
And already have experience, of course.
Exactly, yes, because he's old, so he has experience. He's worked. How many years has he worked for a company? For how many years?
17 years.
17 years.
Yeah, he's worked for another company, engineering company,
17 years.
for 17 years, right?
17 years. Yes.
Okay, so what do you think of these two problems? Do you think they're common problems in Libya or not common? Do we have problems? Not common, you think?
Not common.
No, but I think common? Do you think common, Rashid?
Which is more?
Which one do you think is more common? The first problem, like Bonnie's problem, she doesn't have experience, or
Bonnie's
do you think
problem, yes.
Or do you think the opposite? Maybe Harry's problem
Harry's
I
problem.
think Harry's problem.
is more common in Libya?
Yes, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the opposite, right?
No, because
I think
Okay, let's hear different opinions. Why do you
Maybe
think?
also in Libya here many companies closed with the evolution. That's why maybe many people
don't have jobs.
Yeah,
You mean after 2011? You mean many people lost their jobs?
Yes.
Yeah, I think especially people who work in the private sector.
An oil company or
Yeah, maybe. What do you think, Rashid? I thought you were saying, you said something.
I think the second one it's most.
You think it's more common?
Yes.
Okay, just a second. I need to close the door. It's a bit noisy. Okay. So Rashid, do you think the second problem is more common, that many older people cannot find jobs now in Libya? Is that what you think?
Yes.
And who thinks it's the opposite problem? Who thinks younger people without experience can't find jobs in Libya now?
Unemployment is a big issue, a big problem.
Unemployment is a big issue in Libya?
Yes, because the salary and bank and
yes.
the war and
True, yes. We have a problem with the war. Yeah, you're right, yes.
currency,
Sorry, and?
currency.
The currency, yes. I think this is a bigger problem, right?
Nowadays, yes, today.
It's 7 dinars today.
And half, yes.
And half. So this means next course he'll pay 200 instead of.
A big problem.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, there is an increase in the price of hard currencies like the dollar.
Yeah.
And I think it's all because of corruption. Do you know the word corruption?
Yes, facade.
It's an important word to describe
Facade.
our Libyan life. Yes. Yeah, corruption, facade, corruption. Okay, so I think both of you are right. I agree with Rashid and also the others who said even younger people are having a problem now. It's not easy because unless you personally know the people in the company, it's hard for outsiders to be employed. I'm talking about the private sector now, right? Usually you have to be recommended from someone who works in the company, right? So let's say, for example, I have a company. If I don't know you personally, or if, for example, one of my employees doesn't know you, it's a bit hard to apply and get the job because usually only the close people get the job. Do you get the idea?
It's true.
Maybe the young people want to work in office, don't want to work.
No, there is maybe own business or.
They want to work in an office. يبغوا يخدموا خدمة مكتبية قصدك.
I think there's not comparative about their companies and our company.
So do you think it's not the same in the UK and here? It's different, the way companies work. I think here in Libya we have the problem of this word. Maybe it's a new word. Do you know this word? Nepotism. Who knows this word? Yeah. Nepotism.
It's very common in Libya.
Yes, I think this is true even in private companies. You should know at least one person in the company. If you don't know anybody in a company and you just come in the door and you want to apply, you will not get the job. Very, very unlikely here in Libya. Even if you have all the requirements, they usually will give it to someone they know or someone who's recommended from someone they know. It's like this usually. Maybe in some places, I don't know, maybe you can apply directly, but I don't think it's easy. Anyways, let's answer these questions about Bonnie and Harry. So we have true and false here. If it's false, just give me the correct answer. So of course, A is false because Bonnie left school 2 months ago, not 3. What about B here? Let's choose.
False.
Okay, Salma, you
She
think
is
it's
false.
false?
First job.
All right, she's looking for her first job. Okay, Abdullah, are you there? What about number 3? Is it true or false, C here? What do you think?
False.
False, correct. But what's the correct answer?
Every day.
Every
Not
day.
twice a week.
Right, exactly. So not twice a week, it's every day she looks for a job. All right, Hannah, what about D?
D false.
It's false.
Yes.
What is...
She is cleaning her neighbor house all the moment. Not at the moment.
About C.
Oh, through.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
every day.
Okay, we'll see what this means. Okay, what about E?
True or false, D?
D's false. It's true. She's cleaning her neighbor's house at the moment.
Yes, about C. False.
Ah, C is false, but D is true.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Let's check. Rashid, what about E?
True.
Okay, true. Yeah. What about F? Let's see. Samiha, what about F? What do you think, Samir? Is it true or false?
It's false.
It's false. What's the correct answer?
Closed down 4 months ago.
Right. So it's not 2 months ago. It's 4 months ago. Okay, nice. And what about Nairuz? What about G?
False.
It's false?
He never get an interview. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. He never gets an interview.
He never get an interview.
That's right. And okay, so what about the last one? Is it true or false? What do you think?
He knows a lot about engineering. True.
Yeah, I think it's true. He's worked for a long time for an engineering company. So this means it's true. All right, very nice. So let's move on. So this was a quick introduction into some employment problems, people who can't get a job. So these are 2 examples, Bonnie and Harry. Now let's move to the grammar part in this lesson. We're going to talk about the present continuous and present simple, but we're going to focus on activity and state verbs. So here in question number 3, it says, look at phrases number 1 to 8 in the letters, number 1 to 8, and which are in the present continuous and which are in the present simple. So let's go back. Which of these are in the present simple and which are in the present continuous? What do you think?
Number 1, present continuous.
Present continuous.
Okay. Number 2?
Present simple.
Number 3?
Present continuous.
Present continuous.
Right. Number 4?
Present simple.
Present simple.
5?
Continuous.
Present continuous.
Okay. And number 6?
Present continuous.
Present continuous.
Present continuous.
Correct. Number 7?
Present simple.
Present simple.
And what about number 8?
Present simple.
Simple.
Okay, great. So this question, of course, is easy. We just want to know which one is continuous, which one is simple. But the second part of the question here, we want to analyze, or we want to see the small differences, because here we have two different ways of using the present continuous, and we have two different ways of using the present simple. Okay, let's see if I can show you both pages together. Let me just see. No, it's the opposite. Okay, let's return the page display. Okay. Let's go back. So here, what I want you to do is, I want you to decide the meaning of, or the different way we're using each tense. So here I'm going to show you the present continuous. Let's talk only about the present continuous now. So here, according to this rule, there are two different ways of using the present continuous. One of them is to talk about something happening at the moment of speaking. All right, so at the moment of speaking. So this is like me saying, I'm talking to you now. You are listening to me, right? This is at the moment of speaking. It's happening right now. This is the meaning of at the moment of speaking. And the example in the story, or in the letters that we read, it's this one, she's doing. So if we go back and read the whole sentence, this part, you can see that her mother, because her mother is the one writing the letter, right? It's not Bonnie, it's Bonnie's mother. She's the one writing the letter. So her mother said, at the moment, she's doing some cleaning for our neighbors to earn a bit of money. So this means that her mother is, or maybe her father, it says Mr. Melton. Okay, sorry, not her mother, her father. So her father is the one typing the letter. So her father is typing the letter, and at the same moment that he's typing, his daughter is cleaning the neighbor's house. Okay, is it clear? Do you get the idea? So it's at the same time, at the moment of speaking. It's a letter. فطبعا مش حتكون speaking، حتكون typing. لكن الفكرة أنه في نفس الوقت تماما، هو هذه اللي يبغوا يوصلوا لها. Is it clear? Do you get the idea? This is one of the ways we use the present continuous, okay? So it's at the same moment of speaking. But there's another way we use the present continuous. It says we use the present continuous for things that are temporary and happening around now, but maybe not at the moment of speaking. So let's see what this means when we say temporary. What does it mean when we say something is temporary? In English, who can explain temporary?
Transient.
Transient, you made it harder. Can you make it easier? Can you simplify it instead of complicate it?
In these days or in this week or...
Okay, good. But when we say something is temporary, is it going to continue for a long time or for a short time?
No, for a short time.
No, a short.
For
That's
short
it.
time.
That's the meaning.
Brief duration.
That's
Short
brief.
duration.
It's brief, it's short. This is the meaning of temporary. If you say something is temporary, it means it will not continue for a long time. Maybe for a day, maybe for 2 days, maybe for an hour, right? So this is temporary. In Arabic, what's temporary?
مؤقت.
Yes, حاجة مؤقتة. Okay. هي لحظية مؤقتة. مش دائما. So temporary is the opposite of the word. Who can give me the opposite of temporary?
Permanent.
Permanent.
Yeah.
So permanent.
Forever.
This is, yeah, it's long lasting. It's going to continue.
For a long time.
I don't know if forever is a good word, but
For a long time.
Yeah, it's going to go on for a long time. For example, everybody says marriage is permanent, or for example, they say jobs are permanent, or many things people say are permanent, but they're not really permanent. But permanent, it means for
only permanent.
Sorry?
Everything is
What is permanent?
God.
Nothing.
or-
Nothing
or
in this
God.
word is permanent.
Nothing is permanent.
Yes, except our God.
Yes. Mhm. Okay, so this is permanent, temporary. Anyways, let's go back here. So something temporary and happening around now, but maybe not at the moment of speaking. So it doesn't have to be exactly right now, at the moment of speaking. It could be around now. Do you get the idea here? So it's a bit different from A, it's not the same. Now I want you to go back and I want you to find which of the present continuous verbs here show something which is happening around now. Not now.
She's looking for.
She's looking.
Exactly, that's right. So when we say she's looking for her first job, her father doesn't mean now, because now she's not looking. What is she doing
These
now?
days or this week.
She's cleaning.
She's cleaning now.
She's cleaning.
Yeah, at the moment she's doing some cleaning. So,
She's doing something.
but in general, he's speaking about these days or this period or these few weeks. She's looking for jobs. Do you get the idea?
Yes.
So you can see that there are two different ways here of using the present continuous. It's not exactly the same, right? So if you're talking to your friend and you say, I'm thinking about getting a new phone. So if you say something like this, I'm thinking about getting a new phone, which one do you think?
That means that the idea at this time.
Okay, but if you say I'm thinking about getting a new phone, do you think it means something happening at the moment of speaking, or do you think it's around
Not
now?
this around days.
Yeah, exactly. Around now, nowadays, and it's something temporary. This means if you buy a phone, this thinking will disappear, right?
It's finished.
It's
Yes.
finished. So it's not going to continue for a long time. This is the idea. But if you say, for example, let's say you're talking to the phone to your mother or your friend, hello, what's up? What are you doing? And your mother or friend or anybody says, I'm just watching TV. What kind of present continuous is this? Is it at the moment of speaking or is it around
At that
now?
moment. No, at that moment.
Yes. So if someone is talking to you on the phone and asks you, what are you doing? And you answer, I'm watching TV,
Now.
I'm eating lunch, I'm looking after the baby, I'm writing my homework. All of this means now, at the moment of speaking,
Now.
right? So you have to keep in mind present continuous can mean two slightly different things. Okay, so now we found, let's use two boxes, okay? Let's use two colors. So the red color is for something happening now at the moment of speaking. And the blue box is for something happening around now, but not now, okay? So we found the right answers in Bonnie's father's letter here, the first letter. What about the second letter? Which continuous is talking about something happening at the moment, and which continuous is talking about something temporary happening around now in the second letter, Harry's letter?
I'm writing to tell you.
Okay, what kind of present continuous is this? Is it at the moment of speaking
This
or is
is
it around now?
Around now, this.
Okay, what about the second one? What about I'm applying for every job I can? Which kind of present continuous is this? So I have a better idea. Let me help you a little bit. Okay, let's define them. So the blue ones, so the red one, the red present continuous, this means happening the moment of speaking. Okay, And the blue present continuous, this means around now, but not really now. And it's temporary. Okay. So we agreed that this is here. Let's use the blue color. So she's looking for a job. It's now kind of around now, not really now. And we also agreed that she's doing some cleaning. This is at the moment of speaking. Now I want you to tell me about the present continuous in the second letter. So we have I'm writing, I'm applying. Hannah, what do you think? I'm writing. Do you think it's at the moment of speaking, or do you think this is happening around now? يعني مش توا توا. What do you think?
Happen around now.
I'm writing.
I'm writing. Present continuous happen at the moment.
Do you think it's at the
Of
moment?
speaking.
At the moment of speaking, or do you think it's not at the moment of speaking? هل يتكلموا بصفة عامة على حاجة يعني في الوقت هذا أو يدوي توا توا? What do you think? And
هو شنو قال؟
هو قال I'm writing to tell you how it feels to be unemployed. So I'm writing to tell you how.
At moment.
Mm-hmm.
At moment.
Correct. You're
Now.
right. Now, at the moment. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So when Harry said, I'm writing to tell you, يحكي توا توا هذه صاير توا هو يدوي ويطبع. Okay? Or maybe writing using a pen. But what about the second one? Hannah, what do you think? I'm applying for a job, for every job I can. I'm applying for every job I can. Is it the same? Is it at the moment of speaking, or is it around now, temporary?
Around now. Around
Yes.
now.
Yes. But why? Let's see someone else who can answer it. Correct, Hannah, your answer is correct. But Nairuz, why do you think I'm applying for every job I can? Why do you think this is around now and it's not right now at the moment of speaking? Why do you think that?
Because this action may be making every day.
And you mean it's repeated?
I'm applying for every, yes, repeated, يعني, for every job, maybe every day. يعني.
Good point. So it's not a one-time thing. It's not just once. He's doing it more than once, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is a good answer. Let's see another opinion. What do you think, Selma? Why is I'm applying for every job I can? Why is this around now and not now, right now? Why do you think?
Because he look for any job. Because she look for any job. Maybe
Okay.
he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And applying.
Okay.
For this job.
Yes, and also
not one job.
Not one job.
Yeah.
صح?
Maybe any job she like.
Any job he can.
Yeah.
Correct.
We can say he still continues looking for a job.
Yeah, he's still doing this.
Find a job.
Until he finds a job. And there's an easier reason. What is he doing right now? What is he doing right now?
Right.
He's yes, Samiha. What is he doing right now? Someone answered, I heard it.
He is writing.
He's writing right now. So he can't be writing and applying at the same time. He doesn't have 4 hands, right? He has 2. So
Yes.
he can't do both of them at the same time. Because right now, he's
and
typing
this
right
time
now.
he just talking about his
Exactly. Yes. هي هذه الفكرة. يعني ممكن كان بالليبي من كيف تطلع بالليبي؟ ثاني نجربها. By the way, whenever you want to
يعني هو توا يتكلم على حاله يعني.
صح.
على اللي صاير معاه.
نكتب لك.
أنا قاعد نكتب لك نحكي لك. أنا توا حاليا نكتب. أنا توا حاليا نحكي لك شنو صاير وكيف الوضع المزري اللي أنا عايش فيه مثلا. He's writing.
بالضبط.
And then لما يوصل في I'm applying for every job I can. كيف بحثكم بالليبي؟ أعتقد أحسن حاجة تقولوا قاعد أيوة قاعد ندور قاعد نقدم في كل خدمة نلقاها نقدم فيها قاعد نقدم في كل
في كل مكان.
في كل مكان حط في السي في كل مكان.
زي ما يصير معنا احنا هنا.
Yes, it's usually like this.
Doctor.
Yes.
You can use distance for future plan.
Yes, you can. ممكن موجود هو في ممكن في نهاية المستوى هذا مش أخذناه ولا إحنا نجات I think in pre-intermediate B we talked about the future using I think we covered this. Can't remember what if an intermediate can't. But yes, you can use it for the future. موضوع تاني هناك. But this is the idea. These are the 2 different ways of using present continuous in the present right now. Okay, now.
It's like I'm going to يعني planning.
هذا موضوعنا خارج درس اليوم اللي تحكي عليه نجاة كانت صح؟
إيه بالضبط.
صح, it's correct. So if you say I'm meeting Ahmed later, so this is an arrangement. It's a future
This is for
thing.
plan.
It's a plan.
For future.
Arrangement, yes.
It's a kind of arrangement, yeah. لكن مش موضوعنا هذا. So now let's go to the present simple. Let's see how we can use the present simple in 2 different ways. So we answered the first part, كملنا موضوع ال continuous. Now let's talk a little bit about the present simple and the 2 ways we can use the present simple. So the first way, I think this is the normal way. هي هذا اللي متعودين عليها من elementary. هي قصة daily routines, okay? Daily routines and things we always do, we sometimes do, we never do. I think this is the normal present simple that everybody knows, all right? But there's another interesting way or another way we use the present simple. We use it to describe states. ممكن كلمة جديدة ده. When we say states, what do you think we mean? When we talk about a state, it's not a habit.
You're describing how it's how the life now, يعني how it's his life or.
Correct, right? Okay, so
like want and need and think.
yes.
Okay.
Love,
hate.
Now, because in English we have 2 kinds of verbs. We have many different divisions. لكن أحد التقسيمات اللي هي قصة التقسيمات الشهيرة موضوع activity verb, state verb. This is very important. ممكن معناه لو نديروا part C يسهلنا الإجابة هذه. Let's check part C. In part C it says, do these verbs describe activities or states? Okay, so we have 2 types, activities and states. So what do we mean by activity? An activity is, you know, action, activity, anything which has movement, yes. Which has action, right? This is an activity. Yeah. Swimming, running, eating, playing, learning, listening, talking, smelling, drinking, driving, you know, all of these are activities. فممكن الطريقة اللي أسهل طريقة اللي واحد يعرف الفرق بين الأكتيفيتي والستيت أي حاجة مش أكتيفيتي في الغالب حتكون ستيت. يعني هذه ممكن طريقة أسهل للتصنيف.
How it feels.
Yeah, because activities are easy to spot. سهل التعرف
Yes.
عليهم. لكن اللي
That's
تحسها ما تمشيش activity, this means
This is a state.
it's probably a state. So let's take a look. Let's write A and S for these verbs. If you think it's an activity verb, just tell me A. If you think it's a state verb, just tell me S, okay? So play is activity. Like is a state. What about work? Do you think it's activity or state?
Activity.
Correct. If you work, this is an activity, right?
Activity.
Yeah. What about write?
Activity.
Activity. What about hate?
State.
It's a state, right?
State.
Because we cannot say I'm hating him or I'm hating bananas. So it doesn't work as an activity. Good, okay. What about eat?
Activity.
Activity. No.
State.
Right. Correct. Remember?
State.
Correct. What about run?
Activity.
Correct. Understand?
State.
What about what the hell? Oops, سكرت الكتاب. Sorry. ده قاعد مفتوح. I closed the sharing, sorry. Okay. إجاباتنا اختفوا. Understand, this is state, وصلنا في understand. What about do?
Activity.
Right. Believe?
State.
Right.
State.
That's correct. And the last one, need?
State.
Correct. Okay, very good. Now this means we're going to go back to the present simple in the two letters, and we want to find the two different ways. Let's start with Bonnie's letter, and then after that we can go to Harry's letter. So let's go back and let's try to find them. So let's check. Okay, so let's open a little comparison here. And let's write them here. So the first present simple, this is for routines. هذا اللي هو present simple التقليدي بتاع elementary. Let's write it in blue caps lock. So this is for daily routines and habits. And usually with this one, we'll find adverbs of frequency, okay? Always, often, blah, blah, never, sometimes. So this is the first type of present simple. The second type of present simple is the one with state verbs. This is the one which is maybe new. So present simple, here describing state verbs. Okay, so let's find them. So the first one here, let's see. Abdullah, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, Abdullah, let's start with the first letter, okay? Here. The first letter about Bonnie. Can you find the present simple sentences here? The present simple?
Okay.
في الرسالة الأولى شوف دولنا الحاجات اللي فيها present simple وشوف اللي هم متاع الخط العريض بس the bold only the bold sentences تشوفش المقاطع كلها.
Okay.
Did you find it? Okay,
left.
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 لا ما تشوفش باقي الجملة، شوف اللي هم ما بالخط العريض بس، ما قريتهم الداكنات البولد الثانيات، معناها عندك 4 بس بتشوفهم، ما تشوفش باقي المقاطع. اوكي.
look. Yes. Look.
Okay, looking, she's looking. Is this present continuous or present simple?
Present continuous.
اوكي معناها ما نبوهاش هذه، احنا تو موضوعنا على السمبل.
Yes, goes. She goes.
She goes.
Yes.
Okay, so she goes online every day. تمام.
Yes.
Which kind of present simple is this? أما نوع. Is this an activity, a routine, or is this a state verb? What do you think? Routine, activity, or state verb?
I think a state verb.
And go, is it activity or is it state? The verb go.
Activity.
Okay. So is this a routine or is this a state?
Routine.
Right. And لو طلعت في حاجة تانية عاطينها تساعدنا أن نعرفوه روتين. شنو هي؟ There's another word which shows that this is a routine. What is it, Abdullah? Oops.
Every day.
Exactly. هي هذه. If you say every day, this means it's a routine, it's a habit, it's repeated. Do you get the idea? It's not one time. This is an everyday thing.
Yes.
So this means she goes online every day. This is her routine. So let's put this in a blue box. So here it is. She goes online every day. All right, great. So, okay, Abdullah, where's the other one? Where's the state verb in this letter?
ما في. روتين not
اوكي تو طلعنا الروتين، نبغى الستيت فيرب تو خلاص كملنا منها الروتين. Where's the state verb? There's another present simple in this letter which shows a state. Where is it?
She is looking. State verb.
She's looking. Is this present simple or present continuous?
She's doing, not she is talking.
Okay, she's doing. Is this present simple or continuous?
لخبطت دي.
Which one is simple? هم أربعة كلهم عبد الله.
She needs.
Yes, she needs. Very good. Okay. So she needs, this is a state verb and it's in present continuous. All right, nice. Yes. Okay, so we found the 2 different ways of using present simple. Now in Bonnie's letter, now Hannah, can you find the present simple in the next letter, in Harry's letter? Where are the present simple sentences? Harry? In letter number 2 here, رسالة الثانية.
Read.
When he reads?
Second.
اوكي لكن احنا اوكي لكن خليك في اللي هم اللي بالخط العريض الداكنات البولد مش باقي يعني ما تشوفيش كل السطور.
I'm writing the present continuous.
هذا معناها ما نبوشي. We don't want this. We want present simple only this time. Continuous تكلمنا عنهم.
Yes. 2, 3.
So, what do you think?
الصفحة مش باينة عندي.
Sorry, can you see it now?
Okay.
Okay, خلنا أشير لك على
interview.
Okay.
I never get.
Okay, أنت بتطلعي تو ال present simple منها ما بس كانها continuous ما نبوهاش.
I never get.
Okay, تمام. I never get. This is present simple, correct?
Yes.
So, but what kind of present simple? Amana. Is this an
daily routine?
Okay. Correct. I never get an interview. This is a routine, right?
Yes.
Okay. Or this is something that happens a lot. And the next one, Alex, it's in red. Blue, I mean. Okay, and where's the other present simple?
People think.
Correct. And what kind of present simple is this? Is it a routine or is it a state?
State.
Correct. So state, what does it mean in English and in Arabic? Let's start with Arabic. Who can explain this in English when we say a state verb? When we say, what does it mean in English? Najat, did you say something?
Yes, it doesn't change.
It doesn't change?
Yes.
Yes. In a way, you're right, yes. عادة حاجة state شبه فيها نوع من الجمود صح؟ مش permanent لكن يعني it's like a fact زي حاجة fact that's something that's true now. You get the idea? يعني حالة state يقصد بها حالة معينة. Statement.
Yes.
Sorry, Rashid? What did you say?
فعال.
فعال. ما نعرفش كيف نترجمها الحق أنا قاعد أفكر فيها. ممكن ما عندناش منهم احنا في العربي احنا لأن كلهم نستعمل فيه بنفس الطريقة. أنا نمشي زي أنا نفكر، أنا أفكر، أنا أمشي، أنا أعتقد، أنا أكل، ما فيش فرق هلبا في العربي.
ما فيش في العربي يعني.
لكن in English it's a bit there's a simple test. Okay,
it's like infinitive. It's like infinitive, doctor.
It's like infinitive.
I think it's related to feeling.
Yeah, هو صح هو أقرب للfeelings.
Feeling more than doing something.
صح feelings opinions أكتر
yes.
للمشاعر وللآراء. وفي طريقة هم بنشوفها في الإكسرسايز الجاي لكن نوريكم طريقة سهلة أنا عادة نستعمل فيها. To this way it will help you to confirm if the verb is continuous, if the verb is activity or state. Okay, just a second. Let me close the window. Okay, so this is a nice test you can do. So let's say I'm not sure if need, let's say I have a few verbs, okay? So the verbs are, let's say need, want, travel, like, and run. So I want to know which of these are activity verbs and which of them are state verbs. So maybe I'm confused, maybe I'm not sure. So what I do is I put them in the continuous. So I will say I'm, and then I put it in continuous. I'm needing.
It doesn't make sense.
I'm wanting. I'm traveling. I try it. blah, 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 blah. I'm liking.
I run.
Then I tried, blah, 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 blah. I'm running. And then I check which of them make sense and which of them are strange. في لي تركب وفي لي ما تحسها ما تمشيش بكل. لو مشي حالها وعطت وتقدر تكملها زي مثلا I'm traveling to Egypt next year. Okay, معناها هذه activity. I'm traveling. I'm running a marathon next week. Okay, good. يمشي حالها. هادو معناها activity. الثانيات ما دام ما مشوش معناهم هادو state ما يمشيش حالهم. You can't use them in the continuous. You can't say I'm needing. Yes. You can say I need. You can't say I'm wanting. You can't say I'm liking. ما يمشيش كلهم. You can say I like, I want. يعني لاحظوا مش حتقدروا تستعملوهم إلا في ال present simple.
Present simple.
So you can say I need كويس. I need a job, or I need a snack. I need a break. I want some chocolate. I like watching movies, for example. You get the idea? So
دكتور
yes.
أنت لما قلت تعبر على الحال أكثر يعني في العربي الحال يعني في النحو.
Yes ممكن الحال يمشي يقصدوا بيه state كحال
لكن في العربي
لكن الحال احنا عندنا adverb أكثر يمشي معناها مثلا adverb of frequency هم يستعملوا فيها كحال يعني.
الحال يعني I need, I want يعني حالتي شنو؟ فهمت يعني مش أني نلعب ولا نجري.
Yes ممكن حتى هذه تساعد يعني كترجمة يعني كحال حالة الشخص اللي يتكلم شن مشاعره عواطفه أحاسيسه آراءه I think I want I love I hate. This is the general idea, okay? So you have to know what kind of verb you're using. Some verbs you can't use them in the continuous because they're not activity verbs. And the present simple, we use it in two different ways. You can use it for routines, اللي هم activity verbs يمشوا كروتين عادي. لكن اللي هم state verbs ما يمشيش حالهم كروتين. يمشوا أكثر ك states. But I think the next exercise أعتقد حيورينا النقطة هذه.
I want.
Yes هنا.
الصفحة دي طبعا. أيوة. I want present simple.
أنت أعتقد تتكلمي على I went اللي هي الماضي متاع go. I went to school. لكن I went
to school.
هذه تمام. went اللي هي الباست متاع go. لكن هذه I want أنا أريد. I want.
I just need.
تمام تقدر تقولي just مع need عادي. I just need some more time.
مش دي اللي روتين تعتبر؟
شنو I just need.
أنا أقول
just بمعنى فقط.
No. Okay.
ما تعنيش الروتين just. I just need يعني I just need some time. Maybe let's say maybe you have to finish an exam or maybe you have a project ممكن مشروع عمل and المدير واقف على راسك. You can say I just need more time. زيدني شوية بس بزيد من الوقت. فجست يستعمل فيها بالشكل هذا يعني. لكن الفكرة في need اللي هو احتياج. هذه حالة السبجكت أو الفاعل. أنا أحتاج. ما هو شيء روتيني يعني. You can't say I'm needing. Doesn't make sense. Yeah. All right. So let's check our next exercise. We finished part C. So we identified all the verbs, the activity verbs and the state verbs. So we know the difference. How do we make negatives and questions in the present continuous and present simple? Okay, this is also, I think, easy. This is grammar from elementary. Who can give me a present simple? Let's just change these to negative, okay? It's easier, I think. I know it, yeah. She's looking for her first job. What's the negative?
She's not looking.
She's not looking.
For first job.
Or she isn't. correct. She's not looking, she isn't looking, correct. And for the present simple, she goes.
Doesn't.
She doesn't go.
She doesn't. Rashid?
Go.
Go.
Go. She doesn't go. We have to put the verb in infinitive في النيجاتيف صح؟ لازم نرجعه للinfinitive نحو ES هذه. She doesn't go. She doesn't go. Okay, what about the next group? I'm writing. What's the negative?
I'm not
writing.
I'm not writing.
That's it. What about I never get? What's the negative? هي أصلاً في النيجاتيف تعتبر
it's
شبه.
negative.
What about people think?
People don't think.
Think.
People don't think. Yes, so we use don't. So this means in present simple we use don't and doesn't, right? And in present simple, present continuous, we use isn't, maybe aren't, also if you have plural. Okay, so this is just a question about the verb form, nothing new, I think. Okay, now let's take a look. Let's check the summary. Let's see if we have any important tips in the summary, في الملخص, and then we can do our next exercise. So let's take a look. 87. Okay, so present continuous and present simple, activity and state verbs. Okay, مجرد هذه الإجابات اللي كملناها. So at the moment of speaking اللي هي she's doing cleaning, I'm writing, معناها إجاباتنا كانوا صح. And something temporary, but not at the moment of speaking. She's looking for her first job. I'm applying for a job, okay. So present simple for routines. She goes online every day. I never get an interview. Present simple for states. She needs a real job. People think I'm too old. Okay. اوكي هنا اعطيك تعريف كويس على الفرق بين الاكتيفيتي وبين الستيت. So it says here activity verbs talk about activities and actions. هذه النقطة الأولى. And we can use activity verbs in the present simple and the present continuous. يمشي حالهم في الزوز, right? So you can say he plays football every day, no problem. And you can say he's playing football now. Both examples are right. The meaning is a bit different, of course, because he plays football every day. This is a routine. This is a habit. He's playing football now. This is at the moment of speaking. But you can use play in both ways, right? Because play is an activity verb, no problem. In state verbs, it's different. The story is different. So state verbs talk about states, feelings, and opinions. We don't usually use state verbs in the present continuous. Okay, so you can't say I'm liking. Doesn't work. You can say I like, but you can't say I'm liking. All right, يعني شبه عودوا الكلام اللي تكلمنا عليه. Nothing new here. Okay, this is a good list. These are the most common. ممكن أكثر الأفعال ال state verbs اللي حنستعملهم في اللغة بصفة عامة. The verb to be is a state verb. So am and is. We also have got, like, love, hate, know, remember, understand, think, agree, believe, want, and need. Now في موضوع جانبي إضافي هو مش موضوع رئيسي توال لكن ممكن يهمنا بعدين. Some verbs. Can you see this? This is very interesting.
Can be both.
Double شفرة يا جماعة, double شفرة هذا. Okay, but usually the meaning لا في لي double شفرة لكن المعنى نفسه. Okay, so I'm having a shower. It's an activity. Now I'm having a shower. He has 3 children. This is a state. يعني possession هذا ملكية نقدر نقوله. He has 3 children. All right, but take a look at this example. Okay, I want to show you an example and I want to tell you what you think. So, okay. I think Najat, we talked about this in intermediate, right? Do you remember?
Where is it?
موضوع activity والverb اللي يعطوا معنى مختلف.
Not yet.
No?
Still.
Okay. Okay, let me show you a few examples. Okay, so let me write them here. Okay. اوكي هذاك كان في الابر انترميديت مع اوكي مع ابراهيم. لا مش remember كانت بال forgot maybe forgot. راح مني المثال. It's not remember, I think it's forgot. Can't remember it, I completely forgot it. But let's talk about the first example, the one about think. So what's the difference here between the first example and the second example? And does think have the same meaning or not? What do you think?
Number, the first state.
Okay, it's a state. Sorry, just give me a second. Can you still see the book now?
Yes.
Okay, just a second. I'm checking something because I have it in one of my other lessons. Okay, can you see the page? Can you see the two examples?
Half page.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, who can tell me what's the difference between think and thinking here? You said one of them is state, one of them is a state verb, and the other is an activity, right?
Yes.
But here, does it have the same meaning or not?
Doctor, please, I can't see
No.
You can't see the page.
Yes.
Okay. Just a second. I'll put it back. Okay.
Doctor, first
yes.
state. Second, it's like a desire or intention. Yani like arrangement for buying before.
Okay. What about these two examples? I found them.
I remember. Not same meaning.
Is it the same meaning or not the same meaning?
Not same meaning. Not same meaning.
Okay. What about the last two here?
Past. Past continuous.
Same meaning.
The same meaning? The last
Yes.
two?
Yes.
Hmm. These are bonus questions. Do you know bonus questions? Whoever answers them correctly gets a chocolate. Not a real chocolate, a cyber chocolate. شوكولاتة إلكترونية. Okay, I'm only going.
Some verbs we add ing, verb plus ing, and some like remember, to talk. Infinitive plus two, verb plus two.
Okay. Okay, I'm only going to give you 3 minutes, 4 minutes. وأصلا السؤال هذا معقد، مقصود معقد سوا، مش موضوعنا بالضبط هو، لكن هنعطيكم شوية فرصة تحاولوا كتشجيع هيك على ال creativity. Okay, let's start with the first one. ممكن أولهم أسهلهم هذه. I think bananas are better than apples, and I'm thinking of buying a new phone. What's the difference here? أنتوا جاوبتوا نص الإجابة على فكرة. اللي قال الأولى state والثانية activity صح. لأن الفعل think من الأفعال اللي كانوا يتكلموا عليهم في الملحوظة هذه، إن هم يمشي هيك وهيك.
Opinion I think first.
صح. The first one is an opinion. مظبوط.
Yes.
بقى والثانية
Arrangement.
Idea or
so the first one
planning,
correct.
planning, or I think planning for do something.
It's a yes. It's like a plan.
Plan, yes.
Not really a plan because he's not sure. So it's like maybe.
Still thinking.
He's still thinking. So maybe he will buy a phone. Maybe yes, maybe no. So it's like a plan, but not a definite plan. Because if it's a definite plan, he would say, I'm going to buy a phone. I'm going to buy a phone. هذا لو كانت خطة أكيدة. لكن I'm thinking of buying a phone. He's not sure. Maybe yes, maybe no. Okay, تمام. لولا بشيء حالها. الموضوع الثاني هو موضوع مختلف شوية، لكن خلينا نشوفه. I remember talking to him that night. I remembered to talk to him that night. هو من أجل oops, sorry. In reality في الحقيقة هو الموضوع هذا ما هوش على قصة موضوع تاني هو الحق. موضوع verb patterns أكتر من هو state and activity verbs. احنا ما قريناهمش verb patterns ولا قرينا في elementary. I think we talked about verb patterns صح؟
Yes.
I think we talked about them اللي هو في الدرس انت. Do you remember the lesson about the holiday? One of them was in Paris and the other one was in Scotland. Do you remember that lesson, Samiha?
Yes.
Yes, Sohaib.
Yes.
We talked about how to use to and quite and very adverbs. Do you remember that lesson?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think in that lesson we talked about maybe verb patterns. That some verbs you have to use ing after them. صح ولا؟ مثلا like. So you say, I like watching TV. But some verbs you have to use infinitive بعدهم. زي مثلا I need to buy some water. I need to buy. لازم بعدهم infinitive. فهذا جاي الموضوع من الverb patterns يعني. فممكن ليش علاقة لهم. هذا خلينا نرجع له مرة ثانية. Okay. So another time يوم اللي حناخده verb patterns I'll return these examples. لكن في العموم انتوا الأهم حاجة اللي هو موضوع اليوم تجاوب صح which is great اللي هو هذا المثال. هذا أهم حاجة. All right, so now let's do a little bit of listening. Let's go back. نشوف لو في أي tips. No. هذا مجرد how to make positive, negative. هذا جاوبناه. WH questions. فيش حاجة جديدة here I think. Nothing new. Present simple. Actually, this is a nice revision. اللي يبي يراجع present continuous كامل present simple كامل. Everything is in one page. كلها في صفحة واحدة. So this is a good. You can find this in the summary on page 135. Okay. So this is a good revision. اللي يبي يراجع present simple continuous. Everything is here. Okay, so let's go back to our exercise. So here we have some listening, a little bit of listening. But before we listen, I want you to start here. I want you to do number 5, then we can do listening. So here, number 5, it says, put the verbs in Harry's email in the present continuous or present simple. How do we know when to use the present continuous and when to use the present simple? Who can tell me how do we know?
Present continuous at the moment or now.
Correct.
Something happening now.
Right. If you find at the moment or now or something like this, في الغالب معناها present continuous. And also the verb. If the verb is a state verb, it means you can't use the continuous, right? معناها حتى الverb اللي عطيهولك حتى هو يلعب دور. All right. So okay, take some time, take a few minutes. You can start, and after that we'll check the answers together. Okay. So I'll be back just a minute, and I'll be back. But you can start. And whenever you're finished, just tell me we're finished.
I finished.
Okay, that's great. Who else has finished?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I'm going to give you a very important tip. Let me use the... So... So here I'm going to use, I know this looks a little stupid, but it's important. Can you see what I'm doing?
Yes.
What am I doing?
Punctuation.
Everyone will stop at this point, I think.
Okay, so I'm just making the full stops, I'm making them clear. These are the full stops. ما زدتهمش من عندي، هم موجودات، كبرتهم للتنبيه لأن حيلعبوا دور مهم في اختياركم present continuous or present simple. To get the idea.
Okay.
Okay, so let's choose 14, 3, 3, 3, 1, 2. Okay, I think we can also use them to divide. All right, so the first part, okay, Selma, you can do the first part.
Okay. Good news. I've got a new job. Do you remember that later? I wrote to a paper with the manager of a local engineering company. Read it and offered me a job. The company make parts of cars, and they selling them to companies in Europe.
Okay, I'm just writing the answer. After that, we can check them together, okay? All right, now, Saib, you can do the second part until you get to the next full stop.
They doing very well at the moment, but they want to get more business, and now and now they trying to sell to companies in the USA.
Okay, but can you repeat the first part? The very first part, can you repeat it, please?
They trying.
Okay. No, I mean number 5. Number 5. So,
They are doing.
okay. Okay. All right. Now, next part. Okay. Rashid, would you like to do until we get to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you can do until you reach here, news. You can start.
I like having lots of responsibility. And I have 2 or 3 meetings with the customers every week. I'm not working now.
Okay.
It's my lunch, so writing a few
Okay. Is it
emails to my friends.
Okay, I writing. Did you forget something?
I'm writing.
Okay. Okay.
Emails to my friends to tell them my news.
Okay. And Hannah, can you complete the last part?
I usually work quite long day, but I'm not working at the weekend. And anyway, I have to go to phone running.
The phone?
Running.
Is ringing.
Okay. Now, okay, let's check our answers before we... Let me just check very quickly if there's listening. I think there's no listening here. Let me check. No, there's no listening. لا ممكن في listening. No listening. All right, so let's check our answers. Okay, let's see who can check them. Samiha, okay. Samiha, you're the checker now. Is there something we need to fix or change or correct? What do you think, Samiha, in these answers? Do you want to change anything from these answers?
The company mix, I think.
Okay, but why?
The company, it.
Okay. So, and for it, we have to use the S.
Yes.
Who agrees with Samiha?
Yes, I agree with her.
All right, okay.
And also number 4, sell them to companies.
But why?
Because it's a fact.
It's a fact?
Yes, present simple.
Okay. What else, Samiha? Anything else you want to change?
I think selling because maybe not just يعني can I say that in Arabic؟
Yes, you can.
يعني هم مش حيبيعوا مرة واحدة، حيبيعوا كل ما يصنعوا حيبيعوا.
تمام صح، لكن هي حتى هيك بشكلها هذا sell مش معناها مرة واحدة، لأن كانها مرة واحدة راهو داروا ال past simple، راهو قالوا لك they sold، كان قالوا لك they sold خلاص باعوا مرة ووقفوا. لكن يعني حتى في حالتها هذه when you say باي مثلا نجولي اللي قبلها، خلينا رقم 3 سلمى. Why did you use make؟ يعني علاش درتي present simple هنا؟ علاش ما قلتيش making؟
because
انت كان
يعني خلاص يعني هم صنعوا في ذيك اللحظة يعني make just.
انت قصدك بمعنى هم اعتبرتها كأن الشركة دارت مرة واحدة؟
maybe
ماش بتخدم، كان دارت مرة واحدة خسارة المصنع والمعدات
لا خلاص يعني دارت جزء.
لو نبوا السياق هذا كلامك صح، لكن يمكن تكون بالباست سيمبل فقط الطريقة هذه. they made ان هي حاجة صارت مرة وانتهى الاكشن خلاص. لكن لما نستعمل present simple زي لما انت تتكلمي مثلا عن دراستك بتقولي we study، او لو بتدري على نفسك بتقولي I study English 3 days a week، حتستعملي اللي هو present simple صح؟ I study، ان هذه زي العادة، يعني انت يعني ما مش حتديرها، مش حتقري حصة واحدة وبتوقفي، انت كل 3 أيام حتقري صح؟
ايوه.
فلهذا كانت إجابتك في رقم 3 كانت صح، لما انت درتي make درتها مضبوطة، يعني ممكن الأس بس نسيتها لكن هي صح. الثانية احنا قاعدين في نفس السياق، احنا ندوي على طبيعة الشركة، يعني كأن احنا حاليا كأننا نتكلموا عن الروتين بتاع الشركة. تيجي ايديا، يعني الروتين بتاع الشركة هذه روتينها شنو؟ أول حاجة تصنع الطروف وتبيعهم، هذا روتينها، هيك كانت تشتغل. So this is the idea. So make and sell, makes and sell. Okay, now what about Samiha? Anything else you want to change? Is there anything else you want to change?
Okay, I think number
13
8.
14.
I like to having. I think.
You want to put 2 here?
Would like, I think.
But here we don't have would. معناش I would like. عندنا I like فقط.
I like having. Okay, I'm feeling this, there is something missing, but.
Okay.
Okay. About I'm not working.
I'm not working. Do you want to change this?
No.
Is it okay?
Add just
But هي فيها am. Can you see the am apostrophe وفي am? I'm not working. ممكن
ما فيش مش عارف.
ركزي في
I'm not working.
لا أنت تشوفي في الام اللي تحت رقم 10 here. Can you see this?
Not this. Number 13.
13. Sorry, I'm looking at 10. كنت تشوف لي رقم 10. Yes, correct. Why do we have to put an am here? Why?
The present continuous.
Yes. And what's the most important part of present continuous? Or مش most important.
Verb to be plus verb plus ing.
Yes. هو مش most important ولكن الجزء اللي دائما ننسى فيه احنا اللي هو verb to be. I'm working. Okay, correct. Anything else?
I'm not
the
working.
The phone is raining.
Negative.
It's negative. صح, not positive.
Not work, yes.
Yeah, معناها بنقولوا I'm not working.
I'm not working.
Correct, okay. Let's put it here in the bottom. I'm not working. So, and what about 14?
The phone is ringing.
Ringing.
Yeah.
Ringing.
Correct, yeah. So we also need to write is the phone, and we can use verb to be here as an apostrophe contraction. Phone's ringing. The phone's ringing. Anything else? Do you want to change? What do you think? Is there something else, Samiha? Maybe Najat. What do you think, Najat? Is there anything you need to change here? Or do you think it's fine like this?
Yes. It's fine.
It's fine like this? No need for any changes?
I think, yes.
Okay. So let's read it one last time. And this time, let's give it to someone. Where's Abdullah, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, Abdullah. Now we fixed everything for you. It's ready. And you can just read.
Hi, Frank. Good news. I have got a new job. Do you remember that letter I wrote to the paper? Will the manager of a local engineering company read it and offered me a job? The company makes parts for cars, and they sell them to companies in Europe. They are doing very well at the moment, but they want to get more business, and now they are trying to sell companies in the USA, like having lots of
responsibility.
And I have responsibility. And I have 2 or 3 meetings with the customers every week. I am not working now. It's my lunch break, so I am writing a few emails to my friends to tell them my news. I usually work quite long days, but I am not working. I'm not working at the weekend. Anyway, I have to go. The phone's ringing.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Abdullah. Now, what about I'm not working? Is it correct? I'm not working at the weekend. And how did the sentence start?
I think I didn't
yes,
work.
I don't work at the weekend. Yes,
I don't work.
Yes, but why?
I don't work at the weekend.
I usually work quite
usually
a long
happen.
Yes. في قاعدة في هذا ليش أنا درت في الأول نقط الفول ستوبس للقصة هذه. So usually full stops نبي نوريكم أن في حاجة اسمها في قاعدة يقولوا لها agreement. Agreement it means if you begin something عادة في agreement في الأفعال لو قاعد في نفس السطر أنت مثلا هو زي ما أنتوا قلتوا بالضبط I usually work blah 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 but احنا قاعدين في نفس السطر but هذه تعتبر connecting word يعني حتربط قطع جزئين the two parts of the sentence. to get the idea. يعني احنا ما دام بدينا في الأول بالpresent simple منطقيا ان نكمل بالpresent simple الا لو جانا مثلا اللي هي next week او جت time phrase اجبرتنا نغيره. لكن ما دام قاعدين في نفس السياق هو قاعد يتكلم على روتين عمله. It's a habit, right? I usually work long days. بعدين قال لك أنا حاجة the weekend يشرح على weekend. So it should be I don't work. But I don't work at the weekend. Okay?
I don't work at the weekend.
Yeah. All right, so this was a very nice revision of present simple and continuous. And we also learned a few details today, maybe the difference between state verbs, activity verbs, how we use present continuous in two slightly different ways, and how we use present simple also for two different ways. So in our next lesson, we'll do a little bit of listening. So we'll also practice these sentences, listen a little bit to the stress. We have some speaking questions to talk about us and our working conditions and employment, unemployment in Libya. We also have a few present simple or present continuous questions about these situations. And we'll continue talking about jobs. Okay, so unit 3 is all about work and jobs. Yeah. All right, so thank you very much. Thank you for your time. I'll see you again on Thursday. Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
You're welcome. Good night.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank